Straight. So how's everybody doing tonight? Hope you're having a good weekend. Nice and quiet one anyways. And I'm having some poppers and I'm gonna pop on into a hardcore apple. Hardcore. These were on sale, that's why I got it. 99 cents, which is a pretty good deal for Rockstar. Should go back to the other one. I've got a coupon for a free one, so. Wow, yeah, very apple-y. And let's see, there we go. Yeah. All right, got a little bit of a, ooh, yeah, very, very apple-y. I like that flavor. I don't know if I've done the review. I know I've done the review. I don't know if I posted the review, but and this is cream cheese. This is cheddar cheese poppers, and Cravens or whatever. So you can see the cheese started coming out already. Started the party already without me. Oh. Pretty good. These were on sale too, $2.99 or $2.50, not $49, $2.49. And I get what, like 8, 9, 10. Nice. I haven't had fish and chips for a little while. Kind of get them every once in a while. One of these days I should go back, get some fish and chips. A little bit pricey, but we have one really good fish and chip shop here, authentic style. And that's all they do. Huh. Well, fish and chips, prawns. They don't offer them there, but that does sound good. I probably could maybe make my own, but yeah, they only have fish and chips and clams and what else they got, mushrooms, other stuff like that, just mostly the regular stuff. They don't have any, it's not like a real big menu there, but every once in a while, yeah, go there. Yeah, kind of slow right now. I don't know if I've ever had mushy peas. I would try them, but I gotta find a place that actually has them. Not everywhere has them. We don't have any like real English pub places here, so kind of tough to find them, and I'm a little ways away from, you know, the authentic ones. I think the nearest one would be London. I don't know. Anyway, they used to have an English pub here, but I think they closed it a while back, which is too bad, but oh well. They got a couple places like that downtown that are like bar kind of foods, like that authentic stuff. But I haven't been there for a while, so I don't know. No. Well, yeah, that's I've got the poppers. Well, poppers and pretzel. Yeah, I hear that. eBay is a dangerous place. Lots of stuff. And it's really easy to see things you like. I don't know. Sometimes you gotta resist though. I've actually had a couple that haven't looked. Yeah, I had a few that just didn't turn out as good as I thought. But, no. Oh well. We have a few of those. We have like Indian places that do samosas and curry chicken, stuff like that. We got like Chinese food place that do egg rolls too, so a little different over there. But, you know, go with what you got. All right, so another one. This one, the stuff didn't ooze out on that. What did I get today? Oh, yeah. I went over to Taco Bell for like a lunchtime, but nothing real spectacular there. I'm kind of burnt out on Taco Bell right now. I don't know. I don't mind these poppers, but I like it when they're chopped up better. It depends. If you get a real authentic place, it's going to taste just like the ones in England. Yeah. Put them in the air fryer, they turn out good. And then French fries, onion rings, all that stuff turns out pretty good. In the air fryer anyway. And you don't have to heat up the whole oven. I'm sure you do. Yeah, because it's kind of like English influenced, I guess. Different things too. And I know they got slightly different places over there. Like it's not Burger King, it's Hungry Jack. How much did you have to pay for the shipping? Haven't tried that. Because I wanted to get something from there. They wanted $8 shipping on one drink. They've also got the Ghostbusters Ecto Cooler drink. Bob Ross energy drink. I found out we don't have one in my mall anymore. Bob Ross one, they've got a Duff beer orange energy drink. What else? There were a couple other weird ones too. Back to the Future, 88 mile per hour energy drink. Saw that one too. But yeah, they were about $3 a piece, but when I wanted to get them shipped, they were like $8, $12, $15, $26, depending on how many you got. And I'm not paying $8 to ship a $3 bottle of soda. And like I said, we don't have any around me anymore. There used to be one, but I guess they closed it. I didn't know that. I haven't been in the mall in 20 years, so. Nice. I remember doing that a long time ago. And actually, I have to get my new driver's license next year, 23, I think. Yeah. Well, I don't know. But it's the shipping that killed me. I didn't get it. Oh well. There's lots of other things to try. Look at 16. I don't know. It's been a long time since I had to get one, so. Hey, Dodgy. I don't know for sure. I would have to look. Oh, I know. I might have already tried them. I don't know that anybody was ever good at it. Yeah, I've been down there. Walmart Neighborhood Market's got a lot of weird frozen foods. Like I had those cheeseburger onion rings. Yeah, and then they have mozzarella sticks, chicken egg rolls, a lot of different things. They started getting some new stuff too, and then ice cream. I swear I was in there the one day they had some weird Asian style ice cream, and then when I went back they didn't have it. So I don't know, maybe I was seeing things. Nope. Nope. Mm-mm. No fines. I got a speeding ticket one time years ago. That was it. Okay. I'm not sure what that is, but things kind of are different in different countries, so I don't know. Oh, he told us, man. Okay. I am gonna say it. You guys may know this. This pretzel is making me thirsty. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know the different brands. These pretzels are making me thirsty. Haven't watched that for a while. I got a old one. My car is almost 20 years old. So, only thing I can say is it's paid. And it gets me from point A to point B. So, yeah, can't complain. so. But lately, it's getting more expensive to go places. The gas is getting crazy out there. I don't know or how much it is where you guys are, but it's gone way up. I'm gonna limit my trips now. Stay at home, have things shipped cheaper. Cool. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. What else? Didn't see too much new things out there. It's been quite quiet. I did see a few other things going to be coming out. I actually was in the store, was looking for new things. I didn't really find any new stuff. I was looking for the new chips. Didn't find those at my particular store. I didn't go to the other one, but I don't know. The one good thing was this was on sale for 99 cents. All the rock stars were 99 cents. Normally they're $2, so half off. They didn't have a big selection though. And I've been trying to brush up on see what new releases they're having, new items, so it's kind of tough. Hey, Clyde Mir. Yeah, so nothing much tonight. It's kind of a slow night. I was watching old TV shows and stuff like that on before I came on, trying to see if there's anything good on. $10-4, good buddy. We got a great big convoy. I have to watch that movie again. I hadn't seen it for a long time. I started watching it the other day. Yeah, sometimes those old movies in the 70s, you forget about them. We got a great big convoy. Mm-hmm. And of course, Smokey the Bandit and old trucker movies and stuff like that. Those are fun. So, and tonight the cats are quiet, believe it or not. Cool. Hang on a second, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta go get something real quick. I'll be right back. All right, back. Sorry about that. Okay, that would be fun. I mean, that could be interesting to drive around Australia. I don't know. I really haven't been there, so wouldn't know. I heard it's a big place. Go after the kangaroos and the other stuff like that. Yes, up there. All the kangaroos and the koalas. And put your shrimps on the bobbies. And today was hot again here today, so I don't know. I might even have to take my hat off. little bit hot tonight. Ooh. I don't know why it's been so hot lately. Yeah, this one's actually cheddar cheese though. They had the cream cheese one. Actually, I think I'm gonna keep the hat off tonight. So it is hot. Keep the hat off for a while. Oh, hey, just relax now. How's it going? But yeah, and then what else did I see? A bunch of other stuff I was looking in the stores. Oh, I almost got them, but I'm gonna go back and I'll get them and do a review. They have fudge-filled Hershey's Oreos Chips Ahoy cookies. I saw that. I know they got the other ones. They had the s'mores and they had the chewy Chips Ahoy and the. Hey Joseph, I'm doing okay. Like I said, it's just it's been hot here today, so. It's kind of a pain today too because I was waiting for. Ordered a bunch of cat food from Chewy and I was waiting all day for him to deliver it. So they finally showed up around like 6 o'clock at night. So. Like I said, it's going okay. Quiet, not a whole lot going on. Staying home. And I was like, trying to figure some stuff out. Kind of had to shuffle around on some stuff. And then next week I've got a couple of food testings to do, so a little bit busy there. And then what else? A few other things, but nothing real spectacular. Probably gonna go down to Burger King. Yeah, it was like 95. It was like 95 here today. So yeah, so I've been trying to get like stuff that's like nothing major. I had like a sandwich for dinner, and yeah, just like real things that don't heat the house up, that aren't real heavy. Yeah, things like that, just light stuff. Oh, what did I find? Oh, I know what I found. I got this the other day. I have to show you guys. I found this in my I knew I had seen it. And hang on, I gotta go get something. I'm gonna show you guys some of the stuff I found the other day. I think I got a double. Believe it or not, I think I got doubles. Because I went to my grocery store and it was sitting out on the end aisle, and I know I'd seen this somewhere else. I'm gonna do a review on this officially. I don't know if you've seen these. Fruity gummy lunch bag, and it's got pizza, hot dogs, hamburgers, fries, gummy soda, all that. So I got that, and then I went the other day. I did go to Cost Plus, and I picked up this one. This is the Fruity movie bag. pizza, popcorn, red licorice, hot dogs, gummy worms. So I got that, and I think I got, yeah, I got the same. I got another bag. They had another one that was sour. Oh well, I got two of the same ones. And what else did I find? Oh yeah. I better watch out for that. It's getting broken. I found these at their, maybe Australia. Maybe you know a little bit about this one. I know that it's big in England. Jammy Dodgers. Jammy Dodgers. Cookies. Doctor Who. One of Doctor Who's favorites. Jammy Dodgers. I'm trying those eventually. Oh yeah, and I got this one. Never saw this one. I forgot I had this. I've never seen the mystery flavor Abba Zaba. Mystery flavor. I had the regular one. The regular one's peanut butter. But I don't know what mystery flavor is. You know, that's kind of like a thing going around right now. Yeah. Yeah, the Jammy Dodgers are raspberry filled shortcake. And it's got like jam in the middle. And so... And I got these all these fruity snacks. Those, and then I found two sodas there. This one actually sounded good. I got this at a Asian market. Mango creamy soda, and it's in a metal container. And then I got, oh yeah, there I got this one called, I don't know what it is, Fentman's Curiosity Cola. No, I went to the grocery store. That was it. That's where I got this, picked up this. I found the fruity lunch bag. Like I said, I had to wait for the cat food to show up all day because they were shipping it. I ordered it from Chewy, and they said it was out for delivery, and then I was waiting all day. Finally, at like 6 o'clock, they showed up. They also have, somewhere I've got it. I don't know, gotta find it. The Krabby Patties, SpongeBob SquarePants, Krabby Patties. And then they got other weird ones. Gummy sushi, gummy noodles, gummy tacos, a lot of different stuff. But yeah, I went over to that Asian market, and I got some other weird chips and other stuff. I got the fried chicken wing chips and a bunch of weird things. So yeah, I went there a couple weeks ago and found a lot of very strange stuff. Some of it was a little pricey, so I wasn't able to get it, but got a lot of cool stuff. And I'd like to go back there eventually and look, but like I said, some of them were like $8 for a bag of chips, and that's a little expensive. I mean, they were cool flavors. I did get some Kit Kats. Yeah, those I used to get those all the time. Where did I find them? At Winco. Winco had those. They had like gummy candies and Krabby Patties and weird little sandwiches and stuff like that. It wasn't just the regular gummy candies. It was all the weird build your own sandwich or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, some of them are strange, and they're kind of cool. I like the Krabby Patties, and I used to get those they were cool little sandwiches, and they were all different layers. That was kind of cool. fun for kids, you know. What did I see the other day too? I was almost gonna get it. Was gonna get one of those Lunchables. I haven't had a Lunchable in a long time. And you stack it and you build it. It's like a pizza and all that. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of cool stuff, and like I said, some of them I haven't seen for a long, long, long time. Where was it? Found a bunch of. I started seeing a bunch of classic candy now at some of the other stores, and they're starting to make it back. Like I said, I found all those new old ones, the Cherry Clan, the Johnny Apple Treats, and the Alexander the Grape. I had not seen those for a long time. And some of these candy companies are actually bringing them back, kind of like resurrecting them. I think a lot of the companies went under, and they're bringing them back. This is nostalgic and stuff like that. I'd like to see some of the other ones come back. Like they had one called Flicks. They were like Hershey's Kisses, but they were squished. And then they had the Reggie bar. I wanted to see that. They had the Marathon bar, which was like caramel, wavy caramel, and then they had a bunch of other ones. I did find a bunch of strange candies at that one store. They were old time ones that I hadn't. Some of them I hadn't even heard of. Old time candy bars. I want to find that one Powerhouse. I remember that. I think that was nuts. I know they got the Payday and they got the Baby Ruth and all that. Some of the ones that they don't have anymore. Sky Bar, that kind of went away. What else did they have? They had one was called 7 Up, and it had 7 different flavors. I was looking back, and I remember this. Somewhere along the line, they discontinued them, though. Back, I think it was in the late 90s, they actually had Willy Wonka had a candy line. And then I found out that they got bought out by Nestle's. And then they took away the whole Willy Wonka. But they had premium candy bars. They actually had a Wonka bar. It was chocolate, and it had the label on it. Then they had one that was like a swirly one, and then they had one that was like, they were premium candies. And then they actually had the Scrumdiddlyumptious bar, and then they had the Loompas. They were like little, kind of like Reese's Pieces, but they were bigger. They were peanut butter little, like M&M kind of things. And then they still had the Gobstoppers, and then the Nerds and all that. And eventually, yeah, they took the Wonka name away. Because Nestle sold it out, and then they said, oh, well, we're not going to call it Wonka anymore. But that was cool. I remember, yeah, it was Wonka's Everlasting Gobstoppers, Wonka's Nerds, Wonka bars, yeah, a whole bunch of other ones. But then somewhere along the line, they just said, Nestle's going to rebrand it, and we're not going to call it Wonka anymore. I guess they didn't want to pay premium, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it was still fun. I used to get those all the time. Everlasting Gobstoppers. I don't know if I remember having the actual Wonka bar. And they did have, I was reading something about, they did actually have golden tickets in certain candies. I think it was like a prize thing. They were giving away golden tickets. Just like the show. Now that would have been interesting. I just remember all that stuff. There's a lot of them that they have discontinued from years back. Would have loved to have seen a lot of those ones make a comeback. There's still a few rounds. One of these days, I need to actually go to an actual candy store. Now, I think they might be a little bit different now since You know, everything's going to be prepackaged, and they don't have it open. You don't do bulk self-serve anymore. You can't. You just scoop out stuff by the pound and go through all the bins. Kids used to get into all those all the time too. When you go to like the warehouse and stuff like that, they'd have everything set up, and you can buy everything by the pound. The chocolate covered peanuts, the jelly beans, pretzels, trail mix, all that stuff. Used to be able to buy it by the pound, but I don't think they're letting you do that anymore. They don't do that. It's all prepackaged now. I've also noticed that too. They also used to have the salad bar or the olives or the soup or stuff self-service, and you'd pack it in there, but they don't do that anymore. It's all packed up, and you have to buy it already. No more self-serve at the grocery store. Remember that. They actually had one place, I think it was it Whole Foods, or there was another market, and yeah, it had a hot bar, and it had like all the Chinese food, all the hot food table, like mashed potatoes and meatloaf and all that stuff, and you just bought it by the pound. Kind of expensive though. It's like $9 a pound, but you know, people would go there. I guess they'd get it for the lunch, but I don't think they do that. It's all prepackaged out now. I understand that. Trying to make it a little more safe. You know, a lot of people, you know, unfortunately, I think they're kind of changing the requirements right now, trying to make it a little more safe, and you know, kind of we're having to take a step back, and unfortunately, that's just the way it is. I don't know, but you know, got to roll with the punches. And like I said, get yourself a mask and you know, do what you can. So, and I was I didn't go too many places lately. Although I think maybe Monday or Tuesday, I'm probably gonna do go down to Burger King and try something there, and I might go somewhere else too. I don't know. I've been hearing some of the other places have a couple of things, and I think the one place, I think it's on the 9th. 9th seems to be a little bit of target date for a lot of new releases, so you'll see a bunch of those. I think Jack in the Box has got stuff. I think Wendy's is going to have some too, so stay tuned. So hang on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Yeah, so I think the 9th is a target date for a lot of things that are coming out. Jack in the Box is going to have apparently spicy tiny tacos. I guess the mix is spicy, and then they probably are going to put jalapenos in it. I don't know. They might have something else. Probably another burger. I know they did the quad cheesy bacon jack, and then yeah, they'll probably come up with something new. Like to see something really cool, but I don't know. And Taco Bell is what Taco Bell is. And I think you know what? I think I have given up on Popeyes. I was gonna try the nuggets, but I think I'm gonna pass them this time. I have seen just terrible things about them, and I'm not gonna go out of my way. So maybe if I'm in the area, I might do it, but I'm not gonna get out of my way to try those chicken nuggets because the last couple times I've done Popeyes didn't really wow me. That one time, yeah, I had their ripping chicken and it was like bland, no flavor. It was tough. And if it's gonna be anything like that, I don't know. So, and then I think McDonald's. I don't know if McDonald's has got anything new planned. I know everybody out there has got a chicken sandwich. Maybe eventually I'll try the one from Buffalo Wild Wings. I've heard that's okay. I've heard mixed reviews about that one, so find out. And then a few other ones. And I have some I have plans coming up for something a little bit different. I was working on a challenge. I'm also going to work on a hack. Mix up a little bit of stuff, and then when and if I get to 3K, maybe I'll have a special thing. I might do a giveaway. I might do a celebration or something. I don't know yet. I still got a little bit of time before that kicks in. So I gotta check it out, see what's out there. But I'm thinking about it, trying to figure out what's best. Maybe I'll do a 3K giveaway. I don't know. 3,000. I don't know. I'll really have to think about it. And the other day I was talking on here and I came up with some strange ideas for pizza toppings, and we were going around, and I think I have a gross pizza challenge for you guys. It's like, okay, can you guys have a gross pizza? I know everybody likes certain toppings on their pizzas. Some people, yeah, and it's the big controversy: do pineapple, no pineapple? A lot of people don't want any meat on it. They want just vegetarian items. Some people come up with strange toppings. I have seen my share of strange toppings. Vegetables, eggs. I know Japan's got a lot of weird stuff, but yeah, I'm not gonna get real crazy like with octopus or squid or anything like that. I have a few items that I've got in mind for pizza. We'll see. Might get a little bit inventive. What was I? Someplace had some weird pizzas. I did see the one, they got a curry pizza place over here. Pizza and curry and Indian style ones. Those would not be that bad. I want to go, and there's one place that's here in town, and I have to go there maybe when things kind of settle down a little more. I'm gonna go there. I have to check it off my list. There's certain places around here that I need to go local places, and I need to check them off my list. I've got a bunch of them that I want to get to, and at this point I need to get to them because I think some of them are not going to be around anymore. A lot of places are not reopening. A lot of places are going under. Apparently the one my one favorite hamburger place is probably will not be open anymore, and that has been there for as long as I've been in town. Back like what, 60s, my favorite charburger place. Someone said that they sold the business, but they don't know if the new owner is going to reopen it or if they're going to remodel it or what they're going to do with it. If it's anything like what's happening around here lately, all these old mom and pop places, they're being sold out, and they're building like condominiums and developing them for houses and stuff. And I hate to see that happen. You know, these places have been around. That John's Charburgers have been around since like I don't know, it's like 1950s or 60s that they've been there. And it was like one of the classic things. I love going there, but I don't think they're going to be there anymore. I think they're going to kind of close up. And it's in a kind of weird part of town, and it's like an old kind of rundown business, but sometimes those are the fun ones, the hole in the wall, you know. You go to the hole in the wall places and they have the best food, maybe not the best atmosphere, but you have unique things. And I know it was getting a little pricey there towards the end. Yeah, burgers were like $8 or $9 and fries were like $5. You could easily do about like $15, $18 for a burger, fries, and a drink. But if you go to Carl's Jr.'s, about the same. So even McDonald's is getting up there. And I'm telling you, I am not going to review the Sweetie meal. You seen that one, the new one? They're working. I don't know the exact date. I think it's like the 8th or something. They're gonna have the thing called the Sweetie meal. It's some rap person. I think it's a lady. She's a rapper. They're putting a meal out, and it's this Sweetie meal. Nothing new. It's a Big Mac, McNuggets, fries, and a Sprite. And the sauces, it's sweetie and sour sauce. They put a new label on it, and barbecue sauce. Nothing new. There's not different sauces, not anything like that. They just put a different label on it with that person's name. And then they're probably going to charge you like $12 for this meal because it has the name on it. And you know what? I would just as soon buy the regular chicken nuggets for $5 for 20 piece and just ask for the sauce. It's cheaper. Because I did that with the last one I did, the BTS meal. It was $9 for the chicken nuggets, 10 chicken nuggets, fries, and a drink, and it was like $9. And it was only like, I think it was like, 10-piece order, fries and a drink, and you could have got a 20-piece chicken nuggets for $5, and skipped all the other stuff, and I get a dollar drink. So it would have been a lot cheaper to do that one. But they're marketing for the name and all that. Everybody's like, hey, cool, they got so and so. I don't know who's going to be after that. So I'm always coming up with weird groups and people. I don't know. But then again, I'm not in the younger circle, not in the younger crowd. I don't know 90% of these groups and bands. I don't know anything about them. I don't really listen to that kind of music, K-pop and rap and country music. Some of that stuff is actually country, but I don't know. I don't listen to it all that much. But some people like it, and like I said, maybe the younger crowd, more hip with the new artists and new songs and what's trending. I was never up on what's trending right now. I don't know. Maybe that's why when I try to figure out what to title my videos. You know, I don't know the new lingo. I don't know the new hot items or stuff like that, or what tag to put on it. I saw one. I was going through what was it, TubeBuddy, and they suggest tags and stuff to put on them, and I was like looking at them, and then I said, well, what are the suggestions for this video for tags? And some of the ones they came up with were crazy. They had nothing to do with whatever it was. They just put a trending hashtag in there, I guess, to get the exposure or something, you know. It had nothing to do with maybe the video or what it was about, but you know, you put in a hashtag and it'll get a hit, I guess, you know. It's like, wait a minute. That has nothing to do with that video. Yeah, but it is sometimes it's just to get you to click on it, trigger the algorithm, trigger the exposure. A lot of people do that. I don't particularly like doing that. I don't think it's fair to, you know, advertise one thing and then have something else. But yeah, it does happen a lot. So, yeah, not too much else, guys. Gonna be a slow night. I might cut this one short. I don't know. Seems like Saturday nights are kind of a little bit slow. And I think maybe with it being summertime, and I think, well, pretty much now, kids are going to start going back to school, I think, like in a week or two. So that's a little bit scary. I know some people, like, they've had to have the kids all summer and they're ready to get rid of them. Send them back to school. Get them out of my hair. I don't blame them. If I had to be around kids, you know, they get a little crazy, cooped up like that. And it's not like you can't do the stuff you used to do. You know, kids used to be able to go out and ride their bikes around and go somewhere else and hang around and go to the park and skateboard and all that stuff. And I can't really do that much anymore. Kind of have to stay in your own circle, stay kind of to yourself. And they don't have all the stuff. I think they've have since, yeah, opened up some of the activities like they used to have, like bowling, arcades, skateboarding parks, places like that. You know, people would go hang out. Back in my day, it was, you know, go to the mall, hang out in the mall. And all the girls would hang out in the mall. Crowds of them walking. They don't even have the places in there anymore. I remember the old stores at the mall, gone. It used to be the record stores and the video stores and t-shirt iron-ons, and then all the ones that the kids, I don't even think they have any. It used to be the Disney store, Warner Brothers. They had the Gap, where you get like iron-on t-shirts and all that stuff, and then the kiosks for all your cell phone accessories. They don't do that much anymore, and you don't really go to the mall anymore. You don't hang out at the mall anyways. Maybe you do at the strip mall, but not the big mall. And I think they've kind of run their course right now. Not a lot of people are going to physical actual stores to get items, and the places are not stocking them much anymore. They're online. Sometimes you can special order it, have it shipped to the store, but can't guarantee that they're going to carry it, you know, in the style or the size or the exact one that you want. I remember a long time ago, I went to was it Circuit City or Best Buy? I think I went to Best Buy. Wanted to buy a digital camera back before, you know, all this other stuff, and I wanted to buy one. And I liked the model, and I said, okay, I want to get it. And I went in there and I said, okay, I want to get this. And I said, but I want it in, I think it came in like different colors, like gray, black, um, red, blue, and like I think purple. And I said, I wanted to get this in purple. And they're like, oh, we don't stock that here. You have to special order it, and then we'll ship it to the store. And I'm like, well, what if I want to buy it today? And they said, well, the only thing we have in stock is like black. I was like, well, okay. You know, versus waiting for a different color to be shipped and getting it today. You know, I don't care about color. Same with the cell phones. A lot of people, you know, they're real big on what color cell phone you have. You know, this one, I want the purple one in this configuration or whatever, and then the stores don't really have it. They say, oh well, we'll ship it to your house, or we'll ship it to the store and you can pick it up when it comes in. And it's also just such a big deal because a lot of people get cases for them and they cover them up anyways, or you can get a sticker that changes the color of your phone, so it wouldn't really make a difference. But yeah, just a little bit different. And most of the time, yeah, you do have it in a case and you don't even care what the color is anyway. So I don't know that it's a big deal on whatever color you get. But some people, yeah, they want to have it match their outfit. They want to match their nails. They want to match their hair. They want to match their outfit. I don't know. Some people like them all blinged out. All that different stuff. They have a lot of different accessories too. They light up. They do all kinds of crazy stuff. So it is a little bit different. But, you know, never know. Some people, you know, like different stuff. I remember when I first got the flip phone, and they used to have the accessories for it. Face plates were different colors, and you used to have the antenna. I remember, and I got the one instead of the little regular one. It was like a little telescoping antenna. Paid for that one, and then some of them had like bling on the case and crystals, and some of them lit up. That was always a fashion statement, I guess. But yeah, now it's no big deal now. You know, everybody's got their own thing. They customize their phone. I don't know. Get logos on them. You can get the covers. Yeah, different now. And they got all kinds of stuff. But like I said, I go for practicality, and then I go for looks. Will the phone case stand up? Will it protect your phone? Keep the fingerprints off? And then you start looking at, okay, well, is it a cool color? Is it a cool design? Secondary. But yeah, kind of fun though. And let's see what else. Monday. Let's see. I'll be back on Monday. I've got. Hopefully by then I've got some stuff coming in the mail. I don't know if it's going to be here by then or not, but you'll see. And I'm gonna see about going back to the that one website. Let's see about if they've got some other classic candies. I haven't bought any for a little while, so I'm gonna have to go back and look, see if they've got them. I was looking at some of the other ones that I had forgotten that they were like trending, and I think every once in a while they do get some other things like new items as they start carrying in stock. Hey, Charlene. Yeah, I was having some poppers, kind of like taking a break now, just having a Rockstar Hardcore Apple. Yeah, I think that's what's you see, I'm East Coast, or I'm West Coast, so you know it's a lot later for everybody, and everybody's asleep. So And I understand, probably not the best time to be going live, but and I know a lot of people are conking out for the day. And yeah, it might be a short one tonight. So doesn't seem to be a whole lot of people around. And but like I said earlier, I was working on some other stuff and I was watching some shows. It's about 1:30. Yeah, 1:30. I haven't shotgunned it. I've had two in one night, but yeah, I don't usually chug the I don't chug the energy drinks, but some of them. And this one's only what? This one's 240. So. Oh, hey, Paul. No, it's poppers. Some cheddar poppers. Nothing real fancy. I have to go down to the store and see if I can find something really good to frozen foods. I went there. I just couldn't find anything good right now. Wanted to get like some burritos or some frozen hamburgers. I went down to the Dollar Tree and they didn't have any. They only had the rib sandwich burgers. They didn't have any hamburgers or other things. That's all they had was the barbecue rib and the chicken, and that was it. Maybe they didn't get their shipment in. I don't know. Those are good for $1. Or maybe I'll go back to Walmart and get those. Those were actually pretty good. They were the bacon cheeseburgers, four for $4. Yeah, nice to see you too. Like I said, I was just taking it easy. It's been a little hot today, so I had the hat on, but I had to take it off. It's been like 95 degrees here. And hopefully it will cool down. I don't know. I think next week, yeah, it's supposed to be like in the 90s again. Hopefully we'll get a break. I don't know. Oh, and if you guys didn't see, I put out the fruity cereal Kit Kat bar. That's the newest one that I put out. It's different. If you like Fruit Loops or Fruity Pebbles and Kit Kat, that's a good snack. Yeah. I heard they were putting that out. I guess they had a little dispute with probably Fruit Loop people. They didn't want to officially call it Fruit Loops Kit Kat, so I know they do that when they don't want to get in trouble with the companies, and they call it, different brands, like cola instead of Coca-Cola, or fruity cereal. They did that with I don't want it here, but what was it? Jack in the Box did that too. They had the fruity cereal donut holes. It was not Fruit Loops. It was fruit cereal, and we all know what it was, but they didn't want to call it that because I guess they just didn't want to pay the royalties to them and have to put the actual name. But Carl's Jr.'s had that one, the Fruit Loop donuts. Those were good. I wish they'd bring those back. But those were pre-made up and they were good. But yeah, I wish they should bring back. What is it? Wiener Sissel has Fruit Loop shake and Fruit Loop dipped cones. So I got that one. Yeah, they also have teas, or no, lemonades. Fruit lemonades. One's strawberry, coconut, and watermelon. And they also have a float where they put the soft serve and then they put the fruit drinks over the soft serve and make a float out of it. I don't know. That's kind of weird. That's a little different. I understand the Coke and the Dr. Pepper and the orange and the grape and all that, but I don't know. Lemonade floats. I don't know. But eventually, maybe you got to try it. All right, thanks for dropping in. Appreciate it. Yeah. I don't know that I'm going to be on too terribly late tonight. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. It was still hot, and I will be got to rest up, and then I'll be back on Monday for sure. Yeah, it was just kind of different today. But apparently, somebody knows exactly what I did. We know. You know who you are. Larking. Oh yeah, the Munchkins. I remember those. Was it Dunkin' Donuts? See, we don't even have that here. We don't have any good donut places here. No Krispy Kreme, no Dunkin'. Yeah. We used to have Winchell's. A long time for that. Munchkins. What is it? The other one. Oh yeah, Tim Hortons is Tim Bites. I never quite got that, but yeah, donut holes. I used to get the donut, the twists, and they were like bars. Didn't get those too often. I haven't been to the donut store for a while. Yeah, well, tell it to the people, but yeah, they won't admit it. They'll stay in the background. Swear they never did. Well, like I said, that's their right. They can be in the background. They can lurk. They could just be quiet. It's okay. I know they're there. So, but yeah, it's been quiet tonight. And I don't know what else was I went to the store. I just could not find anything good lately. Couldn't find the new items, and the old items I could find were very expensive. I think some of the places have been passing me up, man. Old classic standbys are still there, though. My go-to chips, my go-to snacks, my go-to desserts, stuff like that. Yeah, it's just been okay. And I kind of I don't know, I'm kind of running out of ideas. I need to think up some good recipes, some good items to have, and I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Maybe I got to look through some of my old cookbooks and go online, look for some recipes, get new ideas. Yeah, they got that coming out. I couldn't find those. I've also got a new Doritos one out. Couldn't find that. Like I said, I went to my one grocery store, but they didn't really have anything new there. I think Target might have those new chips and some of those other drinks, but I haven't been to Target. I don't know. My problem is my Target and Walmart are all the way on the other side of town, and you got to make a whole trip out there, and and the grocery stores that are right by me are easy to get to, and I just go in there. Occasionally they do get new stuff. I did find the other ones, the Lay's Summer Edition chips were still there. 3D Doritos, a lot of those. I think they're still into their summer stuff, and then the fall, when the fall actually hits, they'll start. A lot of people are talking about Christmas in July. And they're already starting to probably roll out the holiday items any day now. I think they'll start getting into the Halloween candy probably when August. It is now August, so Yeah, they'll probably start putting that out. All the pumpkin spice, all the um, gingerbread peppermint. Start getting into that kind of theme. Fall stuff. I know they do that with a lot of the candies and stuff. They put the packaging. That's just a whole lot of waste. I've seen them do that and then they just send them back to the company if they don't sell. And also, it is just packaging. Yeah, exactly. Simple. Keep it simple. Don't get real elaborate. Don't get too involved. And you know what? You can't get real fancy right now because stuff is just too dang expensive for food. I had to find a cheap loaf of bread the other day, and it was like $5 for a loaf of bread. I'm like, crazy. What happened to the 99 cents loaf? But yeah, meat is terribly expensive. Produce, this stuff, and they're not putting them on sale much anymore. They don't need to. I remember when all this stuff first hit, and the shelves were, being overrun, and everybody was just, hoarding everything. Oh, hey, butterfly. And you couldn't find certain items, and they charged whatever it is that they wanted to. I remember when they had the whole run on the toilet paper, and if you went to the Walmart or the Target or the grocery store, they were limiting it to one one package per customer, and whatever they got is what you got. Yeah, I know how that goes sometimes. And I remember that, and it was like, you had to buy the package size that they had, and you had to pay whatever it is they wanted you to pay, $15 or whatever. Sometimes you don't want all that big a package, or you only want like a 4-pack or whatever, but they didn't have it. TP was a big commodity there for a while. I mean, it was serious business to find the TP. A TP for my bunghole. So yeah, it was mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I said, and then also the products, if they had them in stock, you had to buy what they had. They didn't have a sale on a certain kind. If they had it in stock, you paid it. And I had to. It started getting hot. I had it, but I took it off. It's been extremely hot here lately, so no hat tonight. I don't know. Hopefully, later in the week, as maybe it'll start cooling down a little bit. Yeah, I hate that. You're tired, and then like lately, I've been trying to go to sleep, and then I go to sleep, and I'm down for about an hour, and then I got to get up. And I don't know. I don't know if it's the mind, or if it's actually something else. Sometimes it's not your mind. It's you got to go to the bathroom. A lot of times I'll watch a movie or something to help me. Well, you can't always get 8 hours. It's just not always possible. I never really got 8 hours. I think I was good on like 4 or 5 hours. I was fine on it. I worked for 15 years. I worked graveyard shift. So I had to sleep during the day, and I didn't ever get 8 hours of sleep. I got about 5 or 6, and I was fine. And I did it for 16 years. Yeah. About last year this time, man. Yeah, everybody was hurting for for the TP. It was just an issue. Not only that, but yeah, the milk and eggs and forget any kind of bleach or hand sanitizer or anything like that. They didn't have that. Couldn't find that. But yeah, the shelves were wiped out. You go to the store, no toilet paper. And I know there for a while they're putting signs out front: no TP, no eggs, no milk, no bread. It's like, what? Why are people hoarding TP? Yeah, I don't know. It was just crazy, but and like I said, this was just last year, so I don't know. Oh, hey Ziggy. Hi Ziggy. What you doing? Come on. Yeah, I did too. I would pick up a case when I could, and didn't go out of my way to get it, but that's the one part I never understood is, okay, you're isolated at home and you're hoarding TP, but you're at home, so you're not going anywhere. So after you use the bathroom, you don't need TP. You could take a bath, you could take a shower, and save the TP. I mean, you're at home. So, I don't know. So I said, just go take a shower, go take a bath, clean yourself up, and skip the TP. I don't know. Because everybody was at home. We're isolating. We had to stay inside. I just kept thinking it's like the Game of Thrones. You're sitting on the toilet paper throne. Or your hoard. Talking about how much toilet paper you have and you got the power. Yeah, like I said, water. Soap and water. More effective. Get cleaner that way. Soap and water, and just clean yourself up. Dry yourself off. Or some people actually did start investing in those bidets. You could get like the portable things. Some of them you had them. It was an attachment you could put on the toilet that would actually have a bidet attachment. You didn't have to have toilet paper. Yeah, exactly. Or if you were really fancy, you can get those European or Japanese toilets. I saw some of those. They have the whole thing where you push it, it rinses you off. It warm air blow dries you. Perfume, little spritz. Also had like a powder puff to kind of help freshen you up. It was all built in there. It was a whole high-tech toilets. The seat would be warmed. All that stuff. So I guess if you really wanted to get fancy, yeah, you can invest in one of those. Also, low flow water. I remember seeing those. Yes, it does. Warm water, cleanse away your sins, I guess. But yeah, that was funny. I'm telling you, man. There was one. God, what was it? There was a movie that I watched. The guy went to somebody's house and they didn't have toilet paper. They were a paperless house, and the guy had one of those fancy toilets. He didn't know how to use it, and he was stuck on the toilet seat because he couldn't get off. Because he couldn't wipe. He couldn't do anything, and the guy had to come in there and talk him through how to use it. It was funny. No sploosh. The sploosh of warm water. Or if you were like Stallone, never figured out what the 3 seashells were for. You mean you don't know how to use the 3 seashells? No, I don't know how to use the 3 seashells. That's true. They do. I was watching these guys. They were doing impersonations of Schwarzenegger and Stallone, De Niro, and Pacino. Get to the chopper. Get down. Get down. Put the cookie down. Get to the chopper now. I'll be back. They were pretty good. Some of them were like right on the get down. Triceps and the biceps. You'll have a nice workout. Pump some iron for you. Every once in a while, you go back and watch the old ones. The old Saturday Night Lives, they were great for that. Hans and Franz and Schwarzenegger and all those. They were dead on impersonations. And one guy, he went through the drive-through like Arnold or Kermit the Frog or something like that. I should try doing that one time. Yeah, but I think tonight's just kind of quiet night. Some people just let it run. They're not really into the participation, but that's okay. Tonight's just kind of a quiet night, casual night. I know it's on. And I was earlier I was watching Tabby Eats. I'm glad to see that they're back. And they had their first live stream in a little while. Glad to see that they made it back. Still kind of sad about the whole thing, but I guess they were feeling up to going live stream and stuff. So yeah, not quite the same, but always tough to bounce back after you lose a family member or a pet or anything like that. So I hear you. Yeah, I felt really bad, when the whole thing that they had to do. But they have a picture of him up now when they do their live streams. A picture of Justin that's on the wall, so he'll be right there with them, looking over him. So that part was cool. So yeah, he's a cool little dog, and I know it's tough, and it takes a little while. Eventually they'll get past it, but they still got the memories from all the good times that when he was with them. So that's the good part. And they were even talking about yeah, they are. See, they were even talking about maybe getting another dog sometime soon, but they said they got to be ready for it, and right now it's still it's not quite there yet. And once they get a little bit recovered, and maybe they'll start looking for another dog soon. But it's gonna take a little while. I know when we lost our pet Bart, we had him for 18 years, and we didn't have a cat it was about 3 years. We did not have a cat. I said, no, we're not going to have any cats. No more cats, no more pets. Then one night, the back door, there was some cat walking around, and I opened the door, and the cat came right in the house like he owned the house, and he was walking around, and I was like, oh, you're pretty friendly. And I think it was someone's nice. I think it was someone's cat from the neighborhood. He came in, he was just real friendly, and then he just started walking around, and I pet him. I gave him some lunch meat, and then he just kind of took off, and I was like, wow, thinking about getting another cat. And then that's started looking. It was fun. But yeah, sometimes you don't realize, um, they're not there. It wasn't my dog. I've only had cats. Like I said, my Bart, God, it's been what, 13 years since Bart passed away. He was a good cat. Very good cat. Had him for 18 years. That's a long time to have a cat. That guy was cool. He was about the coolest cat too, man. He used to play fetch with the Super Ball. You throw the Super Ball, he'd go chase it and bring it back, drop it at your feet, and then you throw it and he'd go run and get it, come back. That was fun. That cat, boy, that cat had, he really did have 9 lives. He had a lot of stuff with him, and like I said, tough old cat. He was one of the best too. Very loyal cat. Stood by us a long time. Yeah. Tabby Eats. Yeah. They had, I think they said they had him, what, 13 years? I think Justin was there. So they had a lot of fun times with him too. So, and it's never easy when you lose a pet or a family member, or or someone that loses one. Even then, you kind of feel like you're close to them because he was part of the stream all the time, and people would see him, and it kind of felt like they're your family too. So things like that happen. It does affect you indirectly. And you feel bad for them. But like you said, all you can really do is offer your condolences and hope that they'll be able to get through it. Not a lot. That's what I said. Not a lot you can do for things that are out of your control, and that's why I don't flip out like a lot of people would. When I used to work graveyard shift, and things would go wrong, and people would just lose it, and they'd flip out, and they'd panic, and they'd go running around screaming and hollering, jumping around. Oh my God, all this going crazy. I can't handle it. I can't deal with it. And I'd just be there cool, calm, and say, hey, you know what, let's work on this issue, get it done, get it documented, get taken care of. And then when the people came in the morning, we say, okay, here's what happened. Here's where I was. Da 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 da. And they said, well, wow, why are you so under control? And why didn't everybody else was panicking and all that stuff. I said, hey, I'm not going to worry about things I can't control. Just deal with what I can, and don't worry about the rest of the stuff. Yeah, I feel for you. Hey Dan. Like I said, you do miss them. You think about it, and I used to have a lot of other cats that years ago that aren't around anymore, and I miss them too. Bandit and Bart was the one before that. Bandit. There was a couple other ones. We had one cat that had like litters and litters of cats. Sweetie Pie, and God, there's been so many cats I can't remember their names now. One we had was Pork Chop. What else do we have? We had a Pork Chop. We had a Bandit, Sweetie Pie. We had one called Rotten, for a rotten old cat. Yeah, there was a couple other ones too. Can't remember them now. I think we had a gray one called Pepper. Yeah, my sister had a black cat, and we had a lot over the years. But yeah, best thing to do is remember the good times while they were here, and think about that on a positive note. Enjoy the time you can while they're here. And if they are gone, remember the good times. That's what helps you get through everything. Think back to the good stuff. Don't dwell on the stuff like you can't control. And don't beat yourself up because, you didn't do something, or play the what if game. What if I did this? What if I did that? Maybe it would have turned out different. Well, you don't know. You can't second guess it. You can't say that this would have made a difference. You can't do that. Just got to deal with what you can today. Yeah. I'm trying to remember some of them. My mom was telling me cats that she had when she was little. All the ones that she used to have when she was little girl, and she remembers having cats. But like, pets do enhance your life. Dogs, cats, birds, fish. I don't know. Everybody's a little bit different. Most people usually have a pet. Some people don't. Some people are not into the whole cats or dogs, and some of them get freaked out. I know some people that would absolutely be freaked out by a dog or a cat. They don't like them. They're afraid of them. So yeah, I don't know. But personally, I think they do enhance your health. Now, some people that have children, they take the place of pets. So you got the children to deal with. So that takes up most of your time there. If you don't have children, then you can have pets. Some of them are not as fun as others. I remember I had a hermit crab. I had rabbits, hamsters. Never had a bird. They always had a little bit of something, all the different things to take care of. So, but they do help, especially sometimes with older family members. If you've got like older relatives, sometimes if they got a dog or a cat that's like their companion, helps them get through things. So it's good for them to have somebody to take care of, and someone to kind of be their companion and be with them. It does help, believe me. Bring a lot of joy to your life. I think, anyway. That's my opinion. Everybody's a little different. But, yeah, so. Yeah. Let's see, what else? That's true, yeah. They are a handful, but yeah, pays off in the end. And especially if you adopt a pet. If you adopt a pet, you rescue a pet, they appreciate that you did that for them. They will be there. They'll be loyal to you if you adopt them. They're by your side, I'm telling you. Because I know there's sometimes when that's the thing. Sometimes, if you've got like if my mom's not feeling real well, or she's got something wrong or whatever, cats can sense that, and they kind of stay near her, kind of guard her and protect her. They can really sense that if you're not feeling well, and they'll stay by your side and kind of be there for you to comfort you. That's the biggest thing. They really pick up on that kind of thing. If you don't feel bad, if you feel bad, if you get like a cold, if you're hurting, they know. Somehow they know. They sense it, or they're close to you. They pick up on your vibes or something. Somehow they do know. And they'll stay loyal to you, boy. They'll stay by your side. As I remember my mom, years ago, she broke her arm, and she had to stay in bed and recover, and that cat was right there by her all the time. He was staying next to her and made sure that she was comfortable, and while she was recovering, and he was there all the time. Couldn't get too far away from her, and he was there. So really, they really know. I don't know how they do, but they do. They know how to, no, they know how to be there for you. So that's the one good thing. Sometimes other people don't. Some people don't know how to be there for you. Kids don't always know the opportunity times to be there. Don't quite understand that you're feeling bad or stuff's going on. Yeah, like I said, but yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I've heard that. I have heard that. What was it? There was some other thing. I forget what it was. Some animal could detect, like, if a person had cancer. They knew for some reason that that person was sick. They picked up on that. It's like they could smell it in them somehow. I never quite understood that, but I've heard a lot of theories about it. So yeah, pets are a little more astute than you think. They know a little bit more. That's what, yeah. Bottom line is, yeah, pets are good, children are good, all that stuff. So enjoy the time you've got with the ones you love. Bottom line. So, let's see. What else? Not a whole heck of a lot tonight. It's been, like I said, been fairly quiet night tonight. And hopefully it will cool down. I'll be able to get a little more sleep tonight, and get ready for the week coming up. Monday, I'll be back Monday, and I still got a couple of jobs to edit, things like that. I might put an extra video up this week. I don't know. I still got to go through and edit a bunch of stuff. And also this month of August, there's not going to be any Drop the Link days. The Drop the Link crew is taking a vacation, so there won't be any kind of little extra videos that I put up, the crazy ones with like strawberry or anything like that. So not really going to be promoting the whole thing for a couple of weeks. Everybody's taking a break. Well-deserved break, and let them concentrate on their other stuff, and don't worry about the whole promoting other channels and all that stuff. Then once September rolls around, they'll get back into the whole Drop the Link day and promoting the channels and helping and growing and all that. But sometimes you got to step back, take a little bit of a break, focus on other parts. Everybody does need a break every now and then. I know there for a while I've even had to do it too. I don't have that answer either. But yeah, sometimes you do need to step back, take a little bit of a break, maybe focus on something different for a little while anyway. And once things settle down and you get a little bit more recharged, then you can think about going back into the other stuff. So let's see. Not much else, guys. I mean, like I said, it's been a fairly quiet weekend, and I've just been trying to take it easy. Sunday's kind of my day to rest. I usually watch cooking shows and other stuff like that, and just kind of relax, take it easy, and kind of chill. Not that I don't do that all the time. Sunday is kind of my day for, I don't know, it's kind of when I kind of catch up on the cooking shows, the gadgets. I watch QVC, just look for other stuff. I kind of take a break off of the social media posting and working on that stuff, and just take the day for myself to kind of relax and watch stuff. Yeah, a lot of the ones PBS, QVC, they do a lot of different recipes on there. Yeah, some of the other ones, not so much the Food Network anymore. Well, thanks, Paul. But yeah, Sunday is like the day. I watch cooking. I watch some of the other shows that they started putting on, and just kind of take the day for myself. Watch whatever I want to watch, sit back, and just kind of chill. Yeah. Well, I guess you can get some of them on the antenna. I watched an old movie the other day. It was from like the 70s or something. And I watched, believe it or not, I watched the new one. I don't know. I won't recommend it unless you don't have anything else to watch. Or I watched the Disney's Jungle Cruise with The Rock. Yeah, it is what it was. It was based on the ride from Disneyland and going down the river in the little jungle boat, and then they shot the crocodile that tried to get you, and you made it safe, and somehow they incorporated that into a movie, and then they took it a little step too far and got a little crazy with it, and it was a good idea, but yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, work from home. I saw a cartoon. I should post that one. Saw a cartoon and it says, this is your pilot speaking. I just want to let you know that I'm working from home today. That's when you start going, wait a minute, what did he just say? Cool. Yeah, get a little bit of rest. I know you do a lot of hard work, so stay home, take a little bit of rest, chill out, relax. Don't think about all the other stuff, and just take some time for yourself. Do what you want to do. Watch what you want to watch. Read whatever it is you want to read. Books, magazines, newspapers, I guess. That used to be the thing, Sunday paper would be, kind of ritual. Everybody would sit and spend all Sunday reading the newspaper, reading the comics, ads, all that stuff. Paper, cover to cover, do the crosswords, but they don't do that anymore. I mean, now it's kind of not like it used to be. And you used to have your Sunday dinner, fancy Sunday dinner. Maybe you'd have company over, play show tunes or games or stuff. But yeah, just have a little bit of fun and take it easy and rest and relax. Time to recuperate because, most people come Monday morning, you got to get back into the grind, and hopefully, you've rested up from the weekend. So, yeah, got to do what you got to do. So, let's see. I think it's almost been that time, so I think I'll be thinking about wrapping up, and then I'll get a little bit of rest and come back all refreshed on Monday. And I hope you guys have a good weekend. Hopefully, you're getting everything done that you need to do. Staying safe. Yeah, you need that balance. So I think with that I'm gonna have to wrap it up and get a little bit of sleep. I'm starting to already fade, and like I said, the caffeine's not cutting it tonight, so I think I need a little bit of rest and relaxation. So I'll be back on Monday, and everybody have a great weekend. Stay inside, stay safe, enjoy the weekend, enjoy yourself. Find something good to watch, find something good to eat. Just enjoy it, guys. Gotta have a little bit of fun now and then. Yeah. Okay, good night, Paul. Good night, everybody else that dropped by. Be back on Monday, and enjoy your guys' weekend. All right, good night, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you soon.